So welcome to the HCS Analyzer tutorial. So today we'll talk about cell-by-cell data analysis. So this tutorial will be divided in different chapters, and the first one will be talking about how to import and generate database that can be used after for data analysis. The first thing that you have to take a look at is how to generate data that will be compatible with HCS Analyzer. This is the typical kind of data that has been generated after a screening cell by cell. What does it mean? It means that, as you can see, the first column contains the name of the plate, the second column contains the name and the position of the well, and after, as you can see, you don't have only one single signature for each well, but in a cell-by-cell data analysis, you have access to many different signatures, actually one per biological object in this case. So it means that the data that are generated after such a screening are quite huge. So that's why for the HCS Data Analyzer we decided to move all the data into a database. Let's take a look now how to import the data into HCS Analyzer and how to create this database. Let's close this. The first thing that you have to do is to go to File, Cell by Cell, and you just click on CSV to database item. Basically, you will go here and we will open this one. This is exactly the file that I showed you before. We will check all the descriptor, and as you can see you have access to only 3 different possibilities: the plate name and the well position, and the rest just a descriptor. You define as usual the plate dimension, and then you press OK. Then after, what you have to do is to define a directory where you will store your database. Let's do this. Now the database, the CSV file is loaded and converted into a SQLite database. This database can be used after directly. You will not have to generate this database again. Once it's finished, you have this window that is popping up telling you how to open this database. You have different choice. The first one is to define the plate dimension that has to be compatible with your data, and the histogram size. This histogram size is just how the data will be represented in the histogram mode of HCS Data Analyzer. After that, you can also get rid of the first column, because usually in our database the first column is just the index of the data. So in this case we will not take this into account. The second checkbox concerns the cell number. If you want, by checking this checkbox, the HCS Data Analyzer will add one value, one descriptor, which will be the cell number, and give you an idea about the number of cell or biological object per well. And here you have 2 different choices. The first one is hard drive database, and the second one is memory. What does it mean? It just means that in this case, if the database is huge and cannot be loaded in memory, all the work, all the data analysis that will be performed will access directly the database, and so it doesn't require a lot of memory, but it has a price in terms of efficiency and speed for the data analysis. So if your computer has enough memory, I will choose memory instead of database. As you can see now, it's connecting to the database and load everything in memory. And now you can see that you have all the descriptors that we have checked previously, plus 1, which is the cell count. So we can directly take a look at the cell count, or take a look at all the different descriptors as usual. I will come back on the next tutorial on how to look and how to display data generated by such data import.